Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into the huge wave of investment happening in artificial intelligence, trying to understand what it actually means for businesses on the ground. We're talking about some, well, frankly, monumental figures here. IDC predicts enterprises globally are looking at putting, $246 billion into AI solutions this year, 2024, and $44 billion of that is specifically for generative AI.
Yeah, and that's just this year.
Exactly. It doesn't stop there. By 2028, the projection is $749 billion. That's a compound annual growth rate of nearly 33%. It's just accelerating incredibly fast.
It really is. The pace is something else.
No, it feels like the conversation shifted, right? It's not really if or why anymore. It's about how. How are these massive investments actually changing things? How do they lead to real business transformation? That's what we want to unpack today.
That's exactly right. I mean, the strategic need for AI transformation is pretty much undeniable now. And while the tech is obviously key, it's understanding how to apply it to very specific industry and business needs that's paramount. And it's not just the investment level, it's the return. We're seeing data showing that for every dollar a company puts into generative AI, the ROI is around 3.7 times across different industries. That's significant.
3.7 times. Wow.
Yeah. And it changes how you think about using capital, how you leverage the data you already have. Plus, these foundation models, these big pre-trained AI systems, they're making AI much more accessible. You don't necessarily need deep tech expertise to start using it effectively as a knowledge worker. So we're going to look at this through four main areas, four pillars, if you like: empowering the workforce, reinventing how companies engage with customers, reshaping core business processes, and finally driving innovation.
Okay, let's start with that first one. Empowering the workforce. I think we can all relate to those manual, repetitive tasks that just eat up time and energy. So this first pillar is about how AI is, well, not just helping a bit, but really changing the workday. Automating tasks, pulling insights from data, kind of lifting that administrative burden. The result being, better efficiency, more productivity, and maybe even happier, more engaged employees.
Absolutely. And what's really transformative here isn't just making things smoother, it's the scale of the precision. AI can process data volumes humans just couldn't handle before. So the bottleneck shifts. From trying to understand the data to actually acting on the insights. Take manufacturing. AI insights give real-time data to workers on the floor. That's way better than old paper systems. Leads to smarter decisions right there, right then.
Right on the spot.
Yeah. And in healthcare, the admin burden is huge. But with natural language processing, voice recognition, fine-tuned Gen AI, it can automatically document patient care. Think clinical notes done in seconds. Drafting referral letters. Summaries for patients after visits. For radiologists, it can draft initial report impressions, cuts downtime, reduces cognitive load.
That's a huge relief for clinicians.
It is. And beyond just documents, AI gives instant answers. Like in retail, an associate can use an AI chat assistant to solve a problem right away, no need to escalate. Same in banking. Gen AI cuts down time on things like reviewing documents, searching internal knowledge bases. Just ask, get an answer.
And these aren't just ideas, right? We're seeing big companies doing this. Walmart has their My Assistant app, giving, 50,000 of their non-store employees access to AI for summarizing long documents, drafting content. That's a real impact on daily work.
50,000 users is serious scale.
It is. And then there's Solution Health. They're using DAX Copilot integrated with Greg and Medical One. It captures and edits patient notes automatically right into their Epic EHR system, their main electronic health record. And the numbers are pretty stark. Clinicians spending 56% less time on documentation during appointments. That's huge for allowing more focus on the patient.
56%. That's freeing up significant time.
So what's the common denominator here? What makes these AI implementations actually empower people successfully?
I think the common thread is applying AI to tasks that are, repetitive, time-consuming, or involve wading through tons of information. It frees up the human brain for the stuff that needs critical thinking, empathy, creativity. It's about automating the mundane so humans can do the more meaningful work.
Right, offload the grunt work. Okay, so that's the internal team. Let's pivot now to the customer side. Reinventing customer engagement. Customers today, whether they're patients, shoppers, bank clients, they expect things to be connected, smooth, seamless. AI seems absolutely central to that now. Instant support, tailored recommendations, really personalized insights.
Exactly. AI is driving better outcomes for customers and patients because it enables those streamlined, frictionless experiences. That builds trust. It boosts retention. In healthcare, think about AI tools helping patients access their health info, schedule appointments, talk to their care teams easily. Meeting patients digitally where they are boosts satisfaction, retention, and actually profitability for providers too.
Makes sense. More convenient, more connected.
Yeah. And in financial services, banks are really transforming their contact centers, using AI in their customer experience management or CEM solutions. This means more relevant interactions, more proactive service, higher satisfaction. AI agents can provide that personalized, efficient support 24/7. And they're also giving tools like Copilot to relationship managers, so they can instantly pull up and summarize customer info, get customized insights right when they need them.
So empowering the employee to better serve the customer.
Precisely. And retail too, of course. Online shopping needs that personal touch. AI enables it through conversational commerce, smart recommendations, instant help, strengthens the relationship, boosts conversion rates.
We've got some great examples here, too. ABN AMRO Bank, they moved to Microsoft Copilot Studio. Sounds like it was quite a process, a competitive RFP. They chose it for its enterprise scale and integration. Now it's handling over, 3.5 million customer conversations a year, text and voice combined.
3.5 million. That's redefining customer service volume.
Seriously.
Definitely. And that brings us nicely to our third pillar, reshaping business processes. This is where AI goes beyond just individual tasks or customer interactions. It's about optimizing entire internal operations, finding insights in complex data, and really getting organizations ready for what's next.
So making the whole operation smarter, more agile, kind of future-proofing things.
Exactly that. Generative AI boosts efficiency across so many business functions. Companies are just drowning in information complexity and volume these days. So leaders are using it to fine-tune processes, but also spot new growth areas. Marketing teams generating personalized content at scale. Supply chain predicting market shifts to manage inventory better.
Avoiding waste, keeping things in stock.
Precisely. HR speeding up, hiring, analyzing resumes, initial screening, automating some communication. And beyond specific departments, AI transforms operations by giving real-time data access. It lets companies actually change course, based on what's happening right now. Manufacturing, again, is a great example. AI integration helps build agile, responsive, sustainable operations. AI-enabled factories use real-time data, maybe environmental data, to predict when equipment might fail. That cuts downtime, prevents defects, shortens manufacturing cycles, ensures higher quality, faster, more efficient.
Really impactful shifts. Schneider Electric, the energy management giant, they're using Azure OpenAI within the Microsoft Cloud for manufacturing to build customer-facing AI solutions, innovating faster for their clients.
Yeah, leveraging that platform.
And Eaton, the power management company, they adopted Microsoft 365 Copilot. They had thousands of standard operating procedures, SOPs to manage, needed better data access across teams. Copilot helped them automate creating 1,000 SOPs, streamline customer service, improve data access for finance workflows, pulled things together.
Automating 1,000 SOPs. That's quite something.
It really is. What does that kind of scale tell you about how mature these AI tools are becoming?
It tells me they've moved past just being interesting pilots. They're enterprise ready now. They can handle complex, structured information in a way that directly impacts core business functions. It also shows companies understand AI's power to standardize critical knowledge and make it accessible across the board. That's fundamental for efficiency and for compliance, too.
Makes sense. Okay, finally, our fourth pillar, driving innovation. This is where AI really pushes the envelope, right? Creating new products faster, enhancing existing ones, accelerating growth.
Exactly. AI helps uncover insights in really complex areas. The pharmaceutical industry, for instance. AI is streamlining data analysis, summarizing complex research communications. It even helps with global collaboration through translation, all accelerating drug development. And even more profoundly, AI can analyze multimodal data, text, images, audio, all sorts, for deeper insights in clinical research, helping with diagnostics, treatment plans.
Pulling together different kinds of data for a fuller picture.
Right. And beyond just the discovery phase, AI speeds up product development, engineering,
right,
especially manufacturing. Think real-time iterative development, AI-powered computer-aided design, CAD models. Engineering teams can automate parts of the design process. This means they can develop innovative new products much faster, or adapt existing ones quickly to meet changing needs, production changes, cost targets, performance requirements, market demands. The speed and precision are just on another level.
And we've got some fascinating examples here, too. Bayer, the life sciences company, they're using Microsoft 365 Copilot across their different divisions, crop science, pharma, consumer health. And for many employees, it's cutting through the communication overload, summarizing emails, attachments, drafting initial content, finding information faster, saving hundreds of hours, apparently.
Hundreds of hours per employee, potentially. That adds up.
Oh, absolutely. Think about your own work. How much time is spent just searching for stuff? Bayer's experience sounds like a dream for productivity. And then there's Novo Nordisk. They partnered with Microsoft Research, building a whole drug discovery pipeline, using AI and machine learning on the Azure AI stack.
A deep partnership.
Yeah, really amplifying their innovation culture, pushing the boundaries in pharma research. What does a partnership like that signal about the future of R&D in these really complex fields?
I think it signals a fundamental shift. AI isn't just helping R&D anymore. It's becoming an indispensable partner, a co-pilot, in the actual discovery process. It can analyze massive data sets, spot patterns humans would miss, accelerate everything from generating hypotheses to identifying potential drug compounds, even designing clinical trials. It basically compresses the timeline from an idea to a potential product.
So much faster, much more targeted R&D cycle.
That's the potential, yes.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. These 4 core ways AI is reshaping work, empowering the workforce, elevating customer engagement, optimizing operations, and driving innovation faster.
It really paints a picture. When it's developed and used responsibly, AI truly has the potential to transform our everyday tools, our processes, work itself, turning them into engines for total business transformation.
And that brings us to a final thought, really a question for you, our listener.
Yeah, take these examples, these principles we've discussed. How might they apply to your specific business challenges, your unique opportunities? How can you start identifying and prioritizing where AI could drive transformation in your own organization? moving beyond just the strategy to achieving real tangible impact. Something to think about.